Well, while Republicans touted the tax bill as a boom for the middle class and an economic engine for the economy, Democrats say it was a fiscally irresponsible giveaway to big corporations and the rich. We want to know what it means for you. Carl Eggers, financial expert and president of Eggers Capital Management, joins us now. Now, Mr. Eggers, I keep hearing that people will be supportive of this once they see the more money in their paycheck. So when is that going to happen?
Well, within hours after this came out, literally you had three major corporations come out and say they were going to not only give their hourly employees a raise, but they were also giving $1,000 bonuses to several of their employees, thousands of them. So we're seeing these corporations say, we already can calculate how much money we're going to save. They're immediately passing it on, which is sooner than I expected. This was really a corporate tax cut for the most part, which is meant to stimulate the economy, but it was meant to give employees raises, reinvest in those companies, really build the economy so that there would be more jobs. It was kind of an old trickle-down type of tax bill, in my opinion. So I don't think the average viewer will see huge difference in their actual tax bill. But again, depend on the corporation you work with, and hopefully if the economy grows in the future, then you get benefits.
Okay, so we won't see less withholding in 2018.
I don't believe so. I think it's going to be very marginal for a lot of people. It also depends on how many kids you have, and of course most of our viewers don't have state and local income taxes that they do up in the Northeast. Those are the people that are really going to be negatively affected. Some of the wealthier folks that live in the Northeast would be negatively affected, but for most of our viewers, I don't see a huge difference immediately, other than, again, if your corporation comes and says, we're going to give you a bonus because we literally have more money in our pockets.
Now, what does it mean to the average American, a middle class or even a lower income family with 4 children?
Well, middle class people do have 401ks. And so, we saw that earlier on the feed that, are these companies just going to go and buy back their own stock? Well, if they do that, that does help your 401k. So let's not forget about that. But again, in the short term, I don't think you're going to see a huge refund or a huge, owing more, but you will see this long term, I think, benefit most people. I mean, tax cuts have been good for the economy in the long term, but if you're looking for your paycheck to dramatically go up right now, I don't think most people would see that.
And how about for lower income families?
Lower income people will actually benefit from this because they did increase the standard deduction, which most of them take. Married couples, it goes up from $12,000 to $24,000, and they've increased the child tax credit. So, and again, even if you pay zero income tax, you used to not be able to really get money back. That's changed with this. The child tax credit, you will actually be able to receive a check in the mail, even if you don't pay any taxes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and where does this leave the small businesses in our community?
That's the part that I wasn't a fan of this whole tax bill. Pass-through companies, LLCs, S corporations, many of our small businesses, many of our viewers are small business owners. They're going to get a slight break, but not near as big as the big corporations are getting. They're getting their taxes reduced quite a bit. Many people argue that they don't really pay taxes right now anyways, so they didn't really need it. It's the small business owners. There was some relief there, not as much as I would have liked to have seen. And of course, most of these tax cuts that we're seeing are supposed to sunset 7 years from now in 2025. So again, can something get done between now and then to make some of these things permanent?
Okay, well, Carl Eggers, stay with us because right after the break, we're going to be diving into Bitcoin and why this cryptocurrency is growing in popularity. Carl will try to simplify what is Bitcoin. I've had that explained to me several times and it's still baffling.
Yeah, it's